Welcome to our channel where we sail on a thrilling journey through the philosophical landscapes hidden within the scripts of your favorite stories. Today we're diving deep into a movie named The Truman Show, unraveling the profound messages that lie beneath the surface by having a look at the parallels of this story with Buddhist principles. But before we get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our thought-provoking explorations. Let's jump right in and discover the wisdom that these narratives have to offer. But first, what is this story about? The Truman Show tells the story of an insurance salesman named Truman Burbank, a man who unknowingly experiences his entire life as the star of a reality television show. Truman Burbank lives in the picturesque town of Seahaven, which, unbeknownst to him, is a massive television set. His entire life is broadcast to a global audience, and everyone around him, including his friends, family, and even his wife, are actors. Truman is the only person unaware that his world is a carefully orchestrated set. As Truman begins to notice peculiarities and inconsistencies in his life, he becomes increasingly suspicious. His curiosity leads him to question the reality around him, and he embarks on a journey to discover the truth about his existence. Interpreting The Truman Show from a Buddhist perspective involves examining the film's themes through the lens of Buddhist philosophy, which often centers on concepts such as impermanence, suffering, the nature of reality, and the path to enlightenment. Here are some ways to view the movie through a Buddhist lens: illusion and Maya, suffering and liberation, ignorance and awakening, impermanence, and finally the middle way. Let's start with illusion and Maya. In Buddhism, the concept of Maya refers to the illusion or deceptive nature of the material world. The Truman Show can be seen as a representation of Samsara, the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Truman's world is an illusion, carefully constructed to keep him ignorant of the true nature of his existence. This parallels the Buddhist notion that our ordinary reality is an illusion that distracts us from understanding the deeper truths of existence. Suffering and liberation. Truman experiences a form of existential suffering as he begins to question the authenticity of his life. In Buddhism, the first noble truth acknowledges the existence of suffering dukkha, and the path to liberation involves understanding and transcending this suffering. Truman's journey to break free from his controlled environment mirrors the Buddhist path toward liberation and enlightenment by seeking a deeper truth beyond the illusions of the material world. Ignorance and awakening. Truman's initial ignorance of the true nature of his reality is akin to the Buddhist concept of Avidya, or ignorance, which is considered a fundamental cause of suffering. As Truman becomes more aware and seeks the truth, it mirrors the Buddhist path of awakening and the pursuit of wisdom to overcome ignorance. Impermanence. This concept emphasizes the transitory and ever-changing nature of all phenomena. In other words, nothing in this conditioned world is permanent. Truman's world, though seemingly stable and secure, is ultimately impermanent, and his realization of this impermanence propels him to seek a more authentic existence. The impermanence theme aligns with the Buddhist notion that attachment to transient phenomena leads to suffering. The middle way. Truman's journey can be seen as a quest for the middle way, a fundamental concept in Buddhism. The middle way involves avoiding extremes and finding balance. Truman seeks a balance between the security of his constructed reality and the uncertainty of the unknown, reflecting the Buddhist idea that the path to enlightenment involves avoiding extremes and finding a balanced, mindful approach to life. In summary, The Truman Show can be interpreted from a Buddhist perspective by exploring themes related to illusion, suffering, ignorance, impermanence, and the quest for awakening. The film serves as a metaphor for the human condition and the universal search for truth and liberation from the illusions that bind us to a cycle of suffering. What lessons can we apply to our everyday life from the Truman Show movie from the perspective of Buddhism? Questioning reality. Embrace a mindset of curiosity and questioning. Just as Truman begins to question the authenticity of his reality, we can cultivate an awareness that prompts us to inquire deeply into the nature of our own lives. Questioning assumptions and being open to new perspectives is a valuable practice in Buddhism. Mindful awareness. Practice mindful awareness of the present moment. Truman's journey involves becoming more aware of his surroundings and his own experiences. In Buddhism, mindfulness is essential for understanding the transitory nature of our surroundings and breaking free from the illusions of attachment. Detachment from illusions. Learn to detach from illusions and conditioned attachments. Truman's liberation comes from his willingness to let go of the constructed reality that binds him. Similarly, in our lives, recognizing and loosening attachments to transient things can lead to a greater sense of peace and contentment. Embracing impermanence. Acknowledge and accept impermanence. Truman's world is a temporary construct, and his awakening involves an understanding of the impermanent nature of his surroundings. By recognizing that ever-changing nature of our own lives, we can navigate change with greater resilience and equanimity. Balancing security and exploration. Seek a balance between the comfort of the known and the exploration of the unknown. Truman's journey involves finding the middle way between the security of his familiar world and the uncertainties beyond. In Buddhist philosophy, the middle way advocates avoiding extremes and finding balance in all aspects of life. Facing fears and uncertainties. Confront fears and uncertainties with courage. Truman's quest for authenticity involves facing the unknown and overcoming fears. Buddhism encourages the cultivation of inner strength and resilience to navigate the challenges of life without succumbing to fear. Seeking authenticity. Strive for authenticity in your actions and relationships. Truman's ultimate goal is to live an authentic life, free from the constraints of a scripted reality. In Buddhism, authenticity aligns with living in harmony with one's true nature and values. Compassion for others. Develop compassion for others who may be trapped in their own illusions. Truman's awakening has a ripple effect on those around him. In Buddhism, compassion is a central virtue, and understanding the suffering of others can lead to a more compassionate and empathetic way of living. Cultivating wisdom. Cultivate wisdom through self-discovery. Truman's journey is a process of self-discovery and awakening. In Buddhism, the path to enlightenment involves gaining insight into the true nature of oneself and the world, leading to greater wisdom and understanding. By integrating these lessons into our lives, we can align with the principles of Buddhist philosophy and work towards a more mindful, compassionate, and authentic existence. The Truman Show serves as a compelling narrative that prompts reflection on these timeless teachings. Thank you for watching this ride today. If you enjoyed our exploration into the profound messages of this story, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your insights and perspectives are always very welcome. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you never miss out on future journeys through the realms of cinema, TV, and gaming. Until next time, stay curious, stay thoughtful, and keep embracing the wisdom woven into the stories we love. See you in the next exploration.